Brainrots. They have pretty much become synonymous with Roblox at the moment. But why? Taking a look at the platform, you can see hundreds of these low-quality, cash grab style games, dominating search results and recommendations. On the front page alone, it often feels like half of these games feature some sort of brain rot in their title, thumbnail, or core gimmick. But how do these brain rot experiences continue to gain so much traction, long after the original meme of Italian Brainrots faded from mainstream relevance? Why are they so appealing, especially to a younger audience? And why is this trend becoming such a serious issue for Roblox as a platform? To understand that, we have to start at the beginning. The Italian Brainrots first emerged on TikTok in late 2024 and early 2025. Early characters included Tung 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 Sahur, Tralalelo Tralala, and Ballerina Cappuccina, among others. These short, chaotic videos were intentionally absurd, often featuring AI-generated imagery and distorted audio that repeated nonsensical names and phrases. As these clips went viral, they were broadly categorized as brain rot, a term used online to describe content that was low effort, repetitive, and addictive. The name Italian Brainrots came from the AI-generated voiceovers, which often sounded like a man aggressively yelling the names of the characters in exaggerated Italian-style speech. As the meme spread beyond TikTok to platforms like YouTube Shorts, it reached a much younger audience, one that overlaps heavily with Roblox's player base. At this point, Roblox developers began to notice what looked like at this point became a fleeting meme also represented a massive opportunity. One developer in particular, Spider Sammy, saw the potential. Instead of simply inserting the Brainrot characters into an existing game, Sammy aimed to create something both unique and addictive. By combining the viral appeal of Brainrots with the already proven gameplay structure of one of Roblox's most popular games at the time, Grow a Garden, a new experience was born: Steal a Brainrot. At first, player activity was relatively slow. However, once the game gained momentum, its core loop, collecting, protecting, and stealing Brainrots from other players, was incredibly effective at retaining players. The growth was explosive. The game rapidly climbed to 100 million visits, then 500 million, and eventually surpassed 1 billion visits, almost overnight. Steal a Brainrot became a front-page staple, cementing Brainrots as a dominant force on Roblox. With the massive success of Steal a Brainrot, it was only a matter of time before others tried to replicate Spider Sammy's formula. Many developers copied a Steal a naming format outright, swapping Brainrots for other themes or characters. Others took a different approach, realizing that it might not just be the gameplay loop attracting players, but the Brainrots themselves. Kids were already glued to YouTube watching Brainrot content. Why would Roblox be any different? Soon, developers began inserting Brainrots into every imaginable game concept. Crush a Brainrot, grow a Brainrot, guess a Brainrot. These games often required minimal development effort, reused assets, and followed nearly identical progression systems. Despite this, they generated massive revenue through the game's passes, premium payouts, and microtransactions, earning developers thousands to even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even as the Italian Brainrot meme began to fade on TikTok and YouTube, it remained one of the most viral themes on Roblox. Content creators continued to promote these games, feeding the cycle. Behind the scenes, however, a major problem was forming: oversaturation. Brainrot games were being pushed daily, sometimes multiple times a day. Hundreds of experiences shared the same naming patterns, nearly identical thumbnails, and low-effort gameplay loops. Because Roblox's discovery system heavily rewards what is already performing well, these games were constantly pushed to the top. Meanwhile, genuinely creative, well-designed games, especially those without trendy keywords like Brainrot in the title, were buried. This feedback loop didn't just amplify the trend, it trapped it. Quantity began to beat quality, and visibility became dictated by trend chasing rather than innovation. Smaller developers with original ideas found themselves discouraged, unable to compete with an algorithm that favored repetition over creativity. One of the main reasons brainrot games thrive on Roblox is how perfectly they align with the attention spans and reward expectations of younger players. These games are designed around instant gratification. Progress is fast, visuals are loud, and rewards are constant. Whether it's unlocking a new brainrot character, stealing one from another player, or watching the numbers go up on a leaderboard, players are rarely given a moment to disengage. This design mirrors the same short-form dopamine-driven content structure found on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts, which many young Roblox players already consume daily. Additionally, brainrot characters themselves are intentionally absurd and overstimulating. Another major factor driving the speed of brainrot games is how profitable they are. Roblox's monetization systems reward engagement above all else. Games that keep players online longer and bring them back daily earn more through premium payouts, game passes, and developer products. Brainrot games excel at this because they rely heavily on the fear of missing out. Limited time brainrots, exclusive items, and progression systems that slow down unless players spend Robux. For developers, this creates a powerful incentive to prioritize speed and trend alignment over originality. Building a polished, unique game can take months or even years, with no guarantee of success. In contrast, cloning a brainrot-style game can be done quickly and has a much higher chance of algorithmic visibility. This economic reality encourages more developers to chase trends, further flooding the platform with similar experiences and reinforcing the oversaturation problem. In the end, the brainrot popularity on Roblox isn't really about the genre itself. It's about how easily the platform's algorithm can be overwhelmed by repetition and short-term virality. While these games may seem harmless or even beneficial in the short run, their dominance solely erodes the diversity and creativity that once defined Roblox. Unless discovery systems evolve to better reward originality, quality, and long-term engagement, this cycle will continue repeating itself. Each new trend will briefly consume the platform, pushing genuine innovation further into the background, until it too is replaced by the next viral wave.